questions before I go any further? Right on. All right. So I want y'all to be praying about worship. And I want y'all young people to be praying about worship. Because we're going to do this with an explosive level.
Amen.
All right. Now, our dress is not going to change. This about as dressed as I'm going to get. It's going to stay casual. That's real good look, bad. But casual. We're not going to worship and put on a tie and a suit. Nothing that's wrong with it. Somebody want to do it. But the committee in the court not going to do that. Because see, we're going to set an example for how we want this experience to go. Now, people who are visiting who don't know, they can wear their three-piece suit if they want. Whatever they do with that. But our core and our leadership is going to be what? Casual. And that's our niche. That's our market in this arena. So I want y'all to see that. I want y'all to experience this. Now, let me show you the other thing. It's all about small groups. We got to get that down. It's about this, not the worship. And if we commit to establishing the right amount of small groups, we're going to see not only the worship grow, but we're going to see the experience of worship change people's lives.
All right. Yeah, right.
So the small group is a big deal. Now, 5 by next year. You might have one on Monday. You might have one on Tuesday. You might have one on Wednesday. You might have one on Thursday. Well, not Thursday. You might have one on Friday. You might have one on Saturday. You say, well, I can't teach. We got something going on Thursday. It's not called Bible study anymore. It's called teachers meeting. Now, what Thursday is for are all those individuals who are marked for leadership. Now, what does marked for leadership mean? That means you're a preacher. That means you're a pastor. Yeah, it means those things. It means you're a deacon. Yeah, it means that. But it means that, hey, I work with the children. I want to teach the children. I want to be over this particular ministry. Or I'm someone who offers my home for the church once or twice a week, or however the deal goes. When you come to teachers meeting, I'm going to teach you the lesson. When I teach the lesson, we can ask questions and all that. Worst case scenario, you just take the notes and reteach it. But what's going to happen is, when you sit for an hour in that lesson to teach it, and then you study it on your own, then when your group gets together on Tuesday night, they're just going to study that lesson, however y'all decide to study it. Because we've already dealt with the framework of it. And so it's going to be powerful, it's going to be explosive. I know I always give out handouts and all that kind of good stuff. But this is the model that we're seeing. And right now, being at Jason's house today and our house on last week, it's just an illustration for us to see what it looks like. For us to see what it feels like. We see 1,000 of these in the next 10 years. 1,000 of these operating. What are these? The small groups. It's powerful. Live, 1 and 2, is a small group. Live should be meeting somewhere. And what about when we worship on Sunday? Well, that's just one aspect of everybody coming together. But live should be doing their own thing. Because that is a small group. That might turn into a mid-sized group. That might turn into a large-sized group. But it's just a group within the church. And we want many of these small groups going. So we want 5 by when?
Next year.
5 by next year.